Hi, good evening, guys. I am just sharing the link, so give me 1 minute. Okay. Hi, Ike. Hi, Vasanti. Hi, Devinder. Hi, Arun. Hi, Sanjay. Hi, Shrikant. Hi, Naisa. Hi, Devinder. Hi, Sham. Hi, Kulwant. Sat Shri Akal. So, guys, we had a very clean back-to-back move. That anticipated move crossed uh 4560, 4470 area, which I was anticipating. And then, can you guys hear me clearly? Just wanted to make sure that you can hear me. Hi, Manjunath. Hi, Kunal. Hi, Victor. Hi, Raghu. I just want to check, like, can you hear me? Anybody on the chat? Cool, cool. Thank you. Hi, Heels. Hi, Wood. Thank you, thank you. All right, so it's 10:15, so I'll start without wasting any time. Thank you for joining in tonight. Uh, I'll start with my simple scan, which is everyone knows it's inside day. So inside day is not much. Disney, IBM, Novax, DVAX, I'll ignore it. Let's look out for any bullish candle patterns. None. That's strange. Any bearish candle patterns? None. Anything on 12 and 34? Like 12 crossing 34? Hi, Raina. Hi, Kayur. Hi, Manny. AVGO, Uber, and Affirm. They closed. So I was anticipating a downside on AVGO. Instead, it just ran. Nvidia, we went short yesterday. So we went long yesterday. It's all good. So AVGO is 12 crossing 34. It has earnings on Thursday. On Thursday, I'm just making a note. Uber and Affirm, I don't want to do it for now. So all in all, this is the list. If we want to add something, we'll add. I have Apple, AMD, Snow, Roku. All of them are moving. Tesla is there. Baba is there. Yep, all of them are there. In case we want to add something, we'll add it at a later point. But for now, everything is good. If you have any questions, please tag me into the chat. I will answer. And once this conversation is over, I'll share a Zoom link onto the YouTube chat for all the new people who are here, and you can come and interact. Okay. So Sunday we had a live session, and in that live session, I mentioned about the long weekend like the long labor weekend. Okay. And I clearly mentioned that you will anticipate low volume one-sided direction, and that's what exactly is happening. I anticipated that we should find some struggle around 4490, 4470, but today was a massive low volume day. right here. Now, people are saying that, yes, the trend has changed. The trend has not changed yet. It will require some effort by the market. And again, I do not want to change or tackle anything, but right now we had a good 1, 2, 3, three good 1, 2, 3. So here we made the new low, made a fake breakdown, and then we are bouncing. But if you look at the volume backing it up, it's very limited. Hi Nilesh bhai, hi Tarish, hi Yuk. So my only concern is that I anticipated, and it's like every year you will see that the week into the Labor Day is a little tricky. It's low volume because big players are not there. And with low volume, it's easy to push the market into one direction because nobody wants to go short into the Labor weekend. There's a reason behind that. Number one, the summer is getting over. Okay. So the serious trading will come back from September. And that's why you will see that the market reacts the way it reacts in September. So all the summer hoo-ha is finished. People just want to make sure that, yes, they have last 1 week. If they want to do a vacation, they'll do it. They don't want to carry any position on the short side, so they get out. And that's what is uh, a plus point for all the bullish biased people. They push the market higher. But is this market going to hold? That is always a very good question. So I'm going to show you one thing which you can just compare from 5 years. We'll go into first. This is September of 2023. Let's go into the August last week and see. So this is August of 2022, because I like to share everything with you guys before you make any sense of it. So this is 2023, yes. Right here. So in this case, exactly same thing. See how history repeats itself. Where I am, 2022, 2023. 3, this is December. This is October. I just want to try this piece. Yes. I don't know what's happening here. The moment I change it, it changes the direction like altogether. Come on, get a little bigger. Yes. So look right here what happened. Come on. This is not. Let's stay here. So this, it's left on the top. This is the area where we saw the market moved higher. Moved higher, came back, and then moved higher. What happened on the last day of August or the last days? It started to go down. That's 2022. Okay. Then again, every time it's getting pushed, it's getting ramped down by equal weighted big candle. Okay. No worries, Jamie. Take your time. Take your time. So that's 2022. Let's go. I'll just make this very quick. I'll go to 2021 to 2021. You will see exactly same thing in August. It went up into the last week, right to the top, and then come back. Went up and then come back with a bang on the downside. So it's just a seasonal thing that, yes, there are no sellers. And I always said a market with low volume or a dull market is never a short market. Never short a dull market. and never like try to preempt things. Wait for your right clean direction. Right now, we anticipated we will do a back test of 44, 56, 58. We did. Now we are closing towards the regression channel, which is the back test, and the head and shoulder is still intact. Anybody who's saying that yes, it's gone, no, it's still there. It's still there. We held through it, but that's fine. We are still there. So there's a failure of this would happen if we lose 45.20 on the closing basis. Otherwise, we are fine with head and shoulders. This is shoulder one. This is head. This is shoulder number two. Okay, so 45.20 is a stiff resistance. 45.20, 45.30, 45.47. These are tough areas to clear. These are Fibonacci levels from the previous Fibonacci is, but they are tough. So it's not easy to breach them. Okay, and same thing you will see on NQ. I'll show you both sides. Same thing, exactly same thing. 15,460, which is a 50% Fibonacci, again into the regression channel. Where it bounced right from the Fibonacci level, exactly where we had 43.50 from ES. So they are bouncing, and if you try to see, it's making a W, right? But it's facing a very tough resistance. If we break out above 15,460, that's a big plus. Then we are open clear and we can hit 15,900. So we have 450 points to play. But as of now, as of 14,460, I would not try go long at this time. I would simply wait. Right now, we are just trading around that period. And if I add volume, just to show you what I'm saying, that apply, okay. The relative volume is low. Okay. Same thing on ES. The relative look at these bars. These were heavy bars. Look at last 3 days volume low. So either we need to have a volume backup, which we would not have because the big players are not usually big player, meaning the institutions are not trading heavily on the Labor Day weekend. And that's why things can move the way they are moving. One-sided clean direction because there is no selling happening in the market. So first thing first, this needs to be understood that yes, when there are no sellers, there's low volume, it will only move into one direction. And I mentioned this throughout into my Telegram community that yes, do not short this trade. People were still trying to get eager and trying to buy shorts, but that's not the way. If you see a one-sided market, you just try. And I have not done that open low scan. Let me see if I have SPX open equals to low. If that comes out, then it sums up. No. So what we had in the open high low, we saw Microsoft open 321.80, 321.88. Like this is a very simplest technique for anybody who know nothing about trading. You can create a simple scanner which is open equals to high or open equals to low. Try this at 9:45 a.m. into the market and see if price open and low are same, go buy calls. If price open and high are same, like urban, you can buy puts. This will give you a very simple trade. If you are brand new, if you know nothing about the trading, this is a best setup for you. So look at all these setups, Microsoft, Google, Costco, QCOM. And both Microsoft and QCOM rallied after 10 o'clock. It will give you ample opportunity to try. So SPX was not there. Coming back to SPX. Now, yes. So let's go to the levels. So now I was anticipating 45 and I was 60, 40, but not nearing the resistance. So positive is reclaimed. First, I'm going to write my reasons. We reclaimed 12 and 34, but the momentum is still negative. We claim 12 and 34 EMA. Then we are facing regression channel resistance line. Facing regression, or I'll simply say regression channel resistance and 4520 resistance. So if I have to try long, right? If I have to try long, I will long only above 4520. If it holds, it's good. Otherwise, I'm not trying long. And what should be my stop loss? So let's look at the stop loss here. Stop loss should be this regression channel, which is 4505. So 15 points you need to give. And what will be your target? Your target will be 45, 30, 45, 47, 45, 30, 45, 47, and then max 45, 60. 45, 60. I'm giving it 40% bias to this. I'm reducing it to neutral, and I'm inclined towards short. Okay. So I am 40 into 60% bias on negative side. So where should I short and why should I short? So if I find resistance around 45-20ish area, I will be making, like tomorrow I anticipate we should see a doji, a candle where open equals to low. It could be a very chop session. Trust me. 1, 2, 3, 3 green candles. We moved almost 200 points. Not 200, 43.50 to 45. So 170 points. We have moved in 170 points. We should see a choppiness. And I am anticipating we should see a doji candle with a body like right here. We will not cross 45.20. We will not reach 45.05. That's my take. On Thursday, we should see, if everything falls in place, we should see a big red candle. The way it went up, it can also come down very quickly because it's a low volume candle. So I'm more inclined towards dodgy. So I'll give it 50-50 because we're anticipating dodginess. Short, stop loss is 45.20. If you want to try short, sell right now if you want. Sell near 45.15. First area of target. This is 44.95-ish area. You see this line where we found the resistance in the past, 44.95. We found the base, the close, the open, the close. So this piece is a good area of resistance. So this should be tested, and then 44.65. So 44.95, 44.65. If rejected from regression channel, then channel and fib. So 50-50 neutral to short, because I anticipate this to go and get into a trajectory of tight resistance. Now NQ, before going into this, let's also check ES bookmap. Bookmap is a wonderful tool to have a clear visualization in the number of orders you will see in the order book. You see 45-20 area, we are finding some resistance. Then, and 4500, which is like 45.05, 44.95. So we should hold somewhere in between this region, 45.35, 45.40 area. And then, yep, we don't have anything else. So we should be in a very tight range between 4500 to 45.25. That's the dodginess which I was talking about. So it's setting up on the charts nicely. On NQ, Again, tomorrow is not the best day. Same thing. NQ is facing the Fibonacci 15462, and if we fail here, we should come back to 300 and come back to 271. No, this one. This one is 12 AM is 15200. Buy above 15465. Stop loss I'll keep 15425. Same 50-50. Expect dodginess here. Target is 15600, which is 61.8 Fibonacci area. Should be really hard. And then 15730. 15600. 5 and 15605 was an area in the past where we found enough resistance. It was not allowing us to go down. You see right here, it was holding it very nicely. Every time it comes, it was basing in this area, and then once we lose that, we came down. Now this should act as a area of resistance while going up. Now on the downside, if we lose this 425-ish area, we should be looking for 4300. So sell below 425. 15425. Stop loss is 15465. Same neutral. I will say neutral on NQ. NQ is strong because Apple is strong and Microsoft is strong. Short 1465, 5318, 5200. That's the reasons are exactly the same. 15 65 resistance. So these are important areas too. It's right there on my chart with Fibonacci. If I am going to make a new chart, I'll show you how to put down all these Fibonacci levels. Because like we have limited time like now, so I do not create new charts. But if I am picking up a ticker which doesn't have a chart, or I'm creating a new setup, I will definitely show you how to create this. All right, then we'll go into triple Q. I'll remove all the volume. So triple Q had a massive now in terms of level. If you want to see, you can call this as continuation, or you can call this as a morning star. It's not a clean morning star pattern, but it's a morning star. And it is able to close above 38.2 Fibonacci. So which is important. 374 till the moment we are holding, that's about 15,425. If we are holding that, we should be hitting around 379, which is equal to 15,606. Okay. So this is a bullish morning star, not a clean one, but a bullish morning star. Or if you want to call this as a W, because here we are able to breach above the regression channel. In NQ, we are still facing the regression channel and the Fibonacci. Here we are able to breach it. So if we are breaching it, we'll call this as positive. So for NQ also, I'll give it positive and I'll change it because NQ will follow it tomorrow. So positive now, stop loss is 374, which is 38.2 Fibonacci. So making a W, I would not making, it's actually made a W, and above 38.2% Fib, very positive. 374 above, we are going to, so tomorrow if we have to try long, we should try above 37, like about 2 days high, 375.25. We should be looking at 379 and 384. 379, 384. Now within 384, like 382.5-ish, 381.5-ish area is an area which has found tough resistance. 384 is a good 61.8 Fibonacci. Usually when we claim 38, we try to hit 61. Right now, I do not see any issues whatsoever on triple Q's chart to go above this area. Now, in case we have to short or find puts, we should try puts only below 372.50 when we lose that regression channel. Stop loss is 374. Only the loss of regression channel. Go short only on loss of regression channel. And what should be the targets? Once we lose 372.5, we should be looking at 369, 369 and 367. That's on triple Q. So NQ, I'm a little positive to neutral and giving it 60-40. ES, I'm a little skeptical, so I'm giving 50-50. Let's save this. Let's go to Apple. So Apple, we were anticipating 177. So it made hold of 177.30, 38.2 Fibonacci, went higher and reclaimed 61.8 Fibonacci. Now you see there's no resistance until 187. If 183.35 is held, right now we are above it, and in the after hours we are showing good strength above it. So 183.40 is a good stop loss. So Apple is now positive. 183.40 is my stop loss. Buy above 184. Or I would say if you get a chance, buy in the range 184, 184.50. That's your target range. And we should find resistance 186, 187.75. So it's a good setup. 186, 187.75. Now this is a zone where it is going back into the earnings gap if it reclaims 187.7. Right now it has reclaimed 61.8 Fibonacci. Usually 61 goes right to 100, but we are into the gap right here. So let's see if we are able to make and move over this area. So reason is we are closing above, close above 61.8% Fib plus September phone event. That's a positive. Adobe, I mentioned it's a weakling morning star. It's going to break out, and finally it did. From 520, I anticipated this. So Adobe is one thing which is really, really solid. I mentioned it a couple of times that Adobe is something which you need to take care. It's a massive bull flag, massive morning star. And if you see on the weekly candle, it's a morning star breakout. We should see at least one more week of Adobe going into high. So still my 70% weekly morning star broke out. I'm still waiting for 550-ish target. My stop loss now will get better because now I've done some move on Adobe. My stop loss is 530, 539. If I can hold 539, I should be good. Like anything in the blue color is the most likely setup I'm looking at. 552 is my next area. And then once I cross 552, 575. And a bull flag. on daily. Buy above what is today's high? 542. This is the best setup for me, Adobe. AMD, AMD is now in an area where it has found support in all those previous moves at 105, 106. It has back tested the 12 EMA and it bounced like 99.50 was my area of support. It came right there and now did a back test. Now, if again, there's a massive if we are able to bounce and try 109, like tomorrow, not tomorrow, Thursday, we have AVGOs like Broadcom's earnings. So we need to be thinking that yes, if Nvidia and Broadcom will move, will AMD move? It depends. But as of now, it's trying to find a base. It's a bullish engulfing candle. So AMD is still neutral. Potential morning star was there. It was a morning star, which like will get complete once we clear 111. So it's a bullish engulfing. It covered today's candle covered everything from yesterday. Now, if you have to buy, either buy above 1625. I'm still keeping it neutral because this is 12 EMA. It needs to close about 12 EMA. Stop loss, I'm going to keep very nicely 105. I'll get out at 105. If we are able to do this, we should hit 109.29, 111.31. Let's make it round figures. 5 and 30. That's on AMD. Amazon finally was able to close above 134.60, which I mentioned, and we carried it. I'm looking forward to 137, 140.7. So my stop loss is 134.60, 137. I don't have to talk much about Amazon because everything is, and I mentioned be aggressive buyer on Amazon if it comes down. So by about today's high was 135.14. We should open well above that. That's Amazon. AVGO, I was wrong that it will go down. Instead, it went up, it bounced. Now it also, you see, the 12 and 34 have now converged. Now it's setting up for a different move. It's setting up like a, come on. This was supposed to be head and shoulders, but this is setting up something different. Now, earnings are very unpredictable, but in my experience, whenever you have tried to play AVGO earnings, they will either run before that move or they will run after the move. On the day of earnings or right after the day of earnings, they only eat premium. So be careful if you're trying to play earnings on AVGO. AVGO has faced stiff resistance. Like this was the base, which it closed. Like every time the candle comes here, it was holding this. So it closed above this area, which is 885-ish. Now, if it holds it, it should test this area, which is 910. And going into the earnings with 910, and there are multiple things like VMware, buyback, not a buyback, merge or takeover. All those things will remain on AVGO's head. And what kind of earnings? So let me see if I can bring back AVGO. And this was the box which the trade I did. I think it should be good tomorrow morning. AVGO, look at the earnings. Look at the flow. So you see the flows are, let's look at for 810. Now, these puts were sold or bought. We'll be able to know in the morning because it was 844. 884, it came down to 370. And let's look at the chart. So all these puts were, let's start from here. Right from here, the puts were getting sold when the price was 820 to 825. This was the first time when the prices went higher. Then they go down, 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 down. Then they went higher. So there was not enough open interest in this. Today we had a volume of 1900. So let's see at this price what happens. And these were added in the range of 858 to 889, which is a massive range for today. Underlying meaning today's stock. So I'll be carefully watching 810 puts for tomorrow. I'll make a note, or if somebody can make a note, where is my note? I'll make a note. AVGO 810 puts, right? I'll just copy this. Open interest and volume 1947. 19 to 47. Okay. So I'll keep a note on this. Let's also look at some other. So 900 calls which came in into the last for this week, they were sold, and they were, let's look if they were previously added. So there was a massive volume of 1635 until this morning. And the price was going up. So somebody booked profit in these calls. So tomorrow we should definitely see, this is called call unwinding. Okay, when the price of the option went up and the open interest is high, but the volume is come less. So tomorrow we should see 994 deducting from 1635. So 900 calls were sold. I'm just making a note. So when you're reading options, these are points you need to do. Were sold. Anything else which is heavy? 965 calls. 965 calls were, these are kind of lotto trades. They started with from 862. The price was 1.7. 877. The price moved $15. The price is 177. So it clearly means that these were sold every time it goes higher. So nobody is expecting it to cross 965. So it's a trade. That's about it. Nothing more. So AVGO, I anticipate that if it holds 885, 900, 910, it may test. I'm still neutral on AVGO because I still believe it can fall. It has convergence, like 12 took over 34, 12 took above 34 EMA by above 890, stop loss 885, target 900, 910. And guys, if you are learning something, please let me know. If you're liking, please give me a like so I know that you are getting any value here. CRM is another one which I am looking forward to. It has earnings tomorrow. As I mentioned multiple times, 204, 205 is a really good area for CRM. It managed to break above 211. And I think 215 to 221, with a small gap is possible tomorrow into the earnings. CRM. So CRM am positive. This is my target. So now next target is 214.9, 218, 221. If CRM will run, Snow will run. Keep that in mind. And I'm positive on Snow. I missed VA. I'll come to VA. buy near 12 to 11 to 12 in that range. 212, I would say 212 to 13. If you want to play CRM, let's look at the CRM flow as well. Thank you. Thank you for. So CRM is a trade, which is this trade, which looks interesting, where 200 puts are being accumulated. And 200 calls are being sold. So somebody is negative into CRM. And during the end of the day, somebody sold 600K worth of CRM calls in the money calls. That's interesting. Because if CRM goes down from here, let's look at the chart. There's a gap which needs to be filled, but that gap is way, way away. Same thing, it's setting up for a head and shoulders. If we break down 205, so if during the day we get puts around 205, go for shorts. So I'll simply mention neutral. It's inside week for sure. And look out for 200 or 205 puts during day. If they come, go short. Anything in the red line is a negative comment. Anything in the green line is a positive comment. Now BA, I missed BA. BA tried to break above 12 EMA, could not. The trend is positive. It filled all the gap. Everything is looking solid. Now stop loss is 226. We need to go over 227.35, and then we are going back to 235, 239. I am really positive on BA. So 225.80 is my stop loss. We need to buy about 227.35, which is the 12 EMA. The gap has filled. Now looking for next area of resistance is 232.75. Is the gap 235.75? 235.75. People ignored BA in terms of trading, but this is a really good trading option. If you are exactly know how BA behaves, you will make good money on this because options are not expensive and they are fluid. Baba, I've been milking Baba for some time now. It's a hammer on the top. So same thing, positive, positive, positive. Hammer. Now 92 was an area. Now I need this to cross. So if we cross 94.50, we are ready. And my stop loss is 93.50. Small stop loss and ready for a big move. I'm looking at 95.75, 97.30. That's quick on. Google, I mentioned about 134, and I mentioned this multiple times that Google is one of the best setups, and it showed it. It backtested 34 EMA, made a hammer, and then boom. Same thing I'm talking about Amazon. Amazon could be a very big mover tomorrow. So 134.25 is your stop loss on Google. We achieved this target, so 134.25. Buy near, I would not say aggressive buy because it has done its move. Buy near 134.50 to 135-ish. This is a 50%. I'm looking at net 146. So I'm going to increase the time frame and see if I have another gaps to fill. So right now we have filled this gap. We have a gap here. I'm really bad, and the gap is 139.30 and 140. So 139. First of all, it should hit today's high first. Today high is 136.55, 136.55, and then fill the gap 139.40. Break out. Fill the gap. That's positive on Google. Meta, I was wrong. I anticipated like 293.96 is an option, which is there. It did that. I myself, I do not trade Meta at all because this is one of the like worst stock I have. It's still trying hard to go up. It has to face this resistance of 300. So again, I'm not 100% bullish because we are still to cross this 299-ish area. If you want to try long on Meta, try long above 299.50. So Meta is neutral. Buy with buy above. I'm going to mention it. I still want to sell this 299.50 because the resistances are stiff. Target should be 303, 307. Stop loss for me is 297. The stop loss is big. But if market tries to change the direction, I'll be the first one to. I've lost enough in Meta. That's why I call this as a shit stock for me. Some stocks are not meant for you. Meta is one of them. So if Meta goes to 299, buy it, sell it. If it goes above this, you can try 303, 307. I'm looking, if I lose it, 293.50 and 288. Microsoft was another one which I was eyeing for positive moves for last few days, and it did. It reclaimed both, like it was hanging on to this 12 and 34 and this horizontal line. You can watch. We will talk about that, Bharat, in some time. So this is a massive bullish engulfing candle. So bullish Meta, yeah, bullish engulfing. It's positive. Now we closed over 328.60, so this is good. 327.50 is my stop loss, which is a 34 EMA. So I want to buy about today's high, 329. When we buy above today's high, it gives confidence that yes, we can do something in terms of price action. 332. Now, if CRM will go down, Snow will go down, Microsoft will go down. Keep an eye on these three. 335. Netflix is one of my favorite stocks. It's a clean setup. I just wanted to cross for 32.65. This has been a very simple trade. If you do Roku, if you do Netflix, they'll give you very clean $10 move, like 437.75. Then 446. Netflix is doing everything for it to make really massive move. Stop loss is 429, very small. Risk and reward is much better on Netflix. Nvidia is positive. It closed at all-time highs, but it closed right below its important 61.8 Fibonacci area. Now, if it goes above 61.8, which is 490, and I mentioned this during the day, if it goes above 490, keep a very tight stop loss of 485. It needs $5 stop loss. Look for 502, 514. And sell below 485. Meaning you can buy puts below this area. PayPal was a morning star. It started to move. PayPal was one of the good setups I mentioned about scare to some people in the group. From 60 to 62.5, it's looking handsome. It's looking a breakout. Everything is all set for PayPal. It's looking for 64.60, 64.50 and 66. So PayPal is 64.60 and 66. Stop loss is your 12 EMA, which is 61.75. And buy, you can buy anywhere between 62.50 to 63. I would say right here. That's PayPal. Roku, I tried Roku yesterday, 78 calls and then gave up. Finally, Roku broke above the 12 EMA and the momentum is solid there. It's a very sexy candle. I should be aiming for 84, 88.4. These are my targets on Roku. Like some like bullish engulfing, some tickers are like clearly showing on their will that yes, they are going to break out. One of them was Roku, and we clearly discussed it multiple times. 79 is the stop loss. So we have a very good close today. Buy around. So tomorrow, if you get any opportunity, tomorrow may be a day for small caps. So Roku will play. Shiraz, I've already done Amazon. IWM will talk in the last stage. Snow is about to break out. It needs 154 to cross and look for 159, 162. Same thing, like it depends on how, yeah, everything is right for Snow from the level price. Tesla did really wonderful job in last 2 days. Did a massive bounce after testing 236 area. Now it crossed at a very tough area of 256, 257. Now this 256, 259, 260 is tough area for Tesla to cross. The momentum is still negative. It went up, yes, but the way it goes up, the way it can come down very quickly. Right now it's bouncing off the regression channel. So I'll be a little careful. If I were to try long, I will long above 258, 59. So I'm going to add one row for Tesla where I would be copying. I'll be first I'm short on Tesla. I'll make it red. So wish I'm looking to stop 259. It's a sell below 256.50. Target is 250, 244. Levels are already there. No. 250.5, 244.3. Problem in Tesla is the way it moves up, the way it will come down. I'll prefer to buy about 259. Stop loss 256.50. It has failed 259, 261.5 and 265 so many times. I don't want to try this. I'm like 40% positive, 60% negative on Tesla. So this is my list. I am not looking at Home Depot and Lowe's. No, I'm not looking at them as of now. If you have a chart, you want to bring your chart, you can share. I'm going to share the Zoom link. Anybody on the YouTube can join here. But if you have your charts only then, if you do not have any charts and you want to just come for fun, then this is not the place. If you want to discuss, if you want to learn something, come, I will discuss with you. If nothing, then it's okay. IWM, I am long on IWM. I mentioned that. IWM is on the verge of breaking above 34 EMA. So 188.40, if it crosses, it's holding about 38.2. Look for 195-ish. That's what I'm aiming at. Stop loss is 186.50. So that's positive on IWM. So I'm waiting if I'll wait for a few minutes if anybody wants to join in. Because it's easier to chat and complain than coming and actually discussing something. I'm giving you an opportunity. If you don't want to take it, it's your take, but nobody will give you an opportunity. Krish, come on the call, man. I'm not going to cover it. Leave Disney, leave it. Even if it moves, it's not going to make money for you. Leave Disney. Any stock which goes down doesn't mean that it will come up. It will consolidate, it will stay there. Just avoid Disney. There are much better trading opportunities. Focus on them. If you're stuck in Disney, you will never be able to focus on other things. What number? For IWM, stop loss is 180. Like the breakout is above 188.40, which is right now. Stop loss is around 188. But right now it doesn't matter because we have a position overnight, so we need to jump in the morning. I have a couple of participants. Yes, Sham, you have anything? Talk.
Hey, Naval, thanks for this. Very informative. Naval, I'm having some gold calls, GLD.
Yes.
Been tracking it. It went down really badly and it's been making a recovery. It's above 50 SMH. I'm
Last
using
time we talked
GLD, but
about
yeah,
gold.
Last
time we talked about gold, I told you that 1929 is an area. It may bounce there on 1967. So it bounced from 1929. Now we need to see if it crosses 1967. If it does, your gold calls will pay you.
Okay.
And in my expectations, we should see a very massive move on gold tomorrow.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Let's wait and watch. But let's see.
Yeah, I mean, it could come down. I was thinking I'll liquidate a little bit today, but I just thought I'll hold on one more day.
It's making a massive W pattern.
Thank you. One quick thing. It seems to be moving absolutely in tandem with the market. The market does well, it's doing well. The market tanks, it tanks. Is it expected behavior or it's something?
Track.
Okay, DXY. Okay.
If Dixie is going up, crude is going up, gold will not move. If Dixie is going up, crude is going up, market will not move. Market will go. That's why this is happening. They are not correlated, but the common factor is Dixie and crude.
Okay. Crude went up today a little, right? $1.5 a barrel.
Yes, crude will go up. Crude is on the verge of breaking out.
Okay, so is that bad for the markets or?
100% bad for the market. It's a bull flag which is breaking out on crude.
That's also bad for gold.
That's also bad for gold because a lot of crude is required for mining. We'll talk about MDB. MDB is interesting.
Thank you.
Guys, I've shared the Zoom link. Please join the call and discuss. So Prada, you want to speak? You want to share your screen?
Hey, Naval.
Hi.
Yeah, I was the one who asked about this home improvement. I have the chart. I can share
Okay.
this.
Okay. Share the screen.
Yeah, can you enable me?
Yeah. I was sharing, so now you can share your screen.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is what I have on HD. I just started plotting your 12 and 34.
Right.
So the candle closed about 12
Uh-huh.
today.
Can you expand it a little?
Yeah. If you see, the candle closed about 12.
Right.
So that's why it got my attention. And on weekly, if you see, there is a triple bottom.
Yes. It's a W.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but the only thing is, I wanted it to cross 336.
Okay.
Even on my chart, that will confirm. Right now, the move is there, but I'm preempting the move. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to be careful that my stop loss is 223. So I have a wiggle room of $6 and a middle of somewhere. If it crosses 336, because on the day of earning, it tried 336 and failed.
Okay. That
If
was
it
a
crosses
rejection.
336, we'll have ample opportunity to go long.
Okay, then probably that's the same case with loaves also.
Yes.
So don't.
Lows, if you look at any of the industrials, that's why I'm picking up BA, that they exactly have the same chart.
Yeah, they have a lot of gaps. So if there is a good move, yeah, probably it's a good watch to keep.
It's better if you can also add Caterpillar to this, exactly the same chart.
Oh, okay.
Look at the shape, exactly the same structure.
Mm-hmm. So Caterpillar also falls under the same sector.
It's
You can say?
industrial, yes.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
closed about
thanks,
12 EMA,
Naval. I'll keep
right?
an eye.
Look at it closed about 12 EMA, closed right on the day high.
Right, yeah.
So try to remember them in your head so that when you're talking, when you're looking, you exactly know. Because if you look at them at a given time, you may not remember everything. So just keep notes to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
That, that,
it looked like it tried to fill the gap here. It did a good move today, Caterpillar. Some people in the
yes.
group played it today.
I
Uh,
always play Caterpillar. It's my favorite stock.
yeah, you like it
Caterpillar,
on
Boeing.
Thursdays, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, Caterpillar and Boeing. These are my favorite stocks.
Okay. I'll keep an eye, Naval.
No
Thank
problems.
you.
Okay, Mr. Ravi Gupta, you have anything to speak? You want to talk, share?
Not at the moment. Thank you.
All right. So MDB. MDB is interesting, and MDB has a big, massive gap which needs to be filled. Okay. Now, my problem with MDB is it was not able to cross above 61.8 Fibonacci. It tried multiple times and failed. Eventually, it tested 38. Now, if we fail 38, right now it's around the 50% Fibonacci, 337. If we fail here, we have a massive gap to fill. The earnings for MDB are great. Let's look at if we have any flow and if we can make any butterfly. I love making butterflies on MDB. So let's look at the butterflies. So there is so this is a spread. Somebody is trying 384.20 spread, but I think that person got out in 5 minutes. Yes, exactly the same thing. So we need to watch here. On the contrary, there's not much. 400 calls were sold. The flow wise, it's nothing on MDB as of now. But if it rejects from 377, it could be a really bad number. Because like from a cloud platform point of view, I don't know what's happening with MDB. So we'll keep an eye, Mr. Heels. Yes, Karan, you can speak.
Hi, Naval.
Hi.
Hi. So I just had a question regarding regular support and resistance. So how is that different compared to the Fib resistance and support?
See, you must have heard Fibonacci, right? In
Yes,
school
yes.
mathematics.
Yeah.
Fibonacci is an arithmetic equation. It is built on numbers. It has its essence. And when you draw a Fibonacci, it means you're looking in a range on the chart and then trying to define that if there is a Fibonacci retracement, algebraic retracement, where would I find resistance?
Okay.
And being a algebraic arithmetic equation, it works out much better because there's a science behind this.
Okay.
On the contrary, EMAs, support and resistances, everything, this is based on the average of last few days.
Okay.
Fibonacci is based on a formula, mathematical formula.
Okay.
That's why if you look, I use 12 and 34. 34 is also a Fibonacci number. 13 is a Fibonacci number, but I don't use 13, so I use 12. 13 is like a bad number for me, so I use 12. So I'm framing everything around Fibonacci, and you can see on my charts, all these levels, they work out very nicely.
Right. That's what I'm noticing. Correct.
So this only works if you spend some time on Fibonacci, do some like back testing, placing. See, using like, let me give me a ticker where.
So I was the one who's asking about TSM.
Give me
I
one
go by
ticker. Give me a bloody.
TSM.
Huh?
TSM. I was asking you about TSM.
I have a chart on TSM. So give me a new ticker, which I need to.
Meta.
Meta I have. Let's draw TSM. Okay. Let me clean this. So I'll tell you how to. This is for everyone who is in my YouTube right now. How to draw levels and Fibonacci. When to use retracement, when to use extensions. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Now,
Thank you. This is very helpful. I always get confused. Like what's the main difference when to use.
Wait.
Sure.
So very first thing is always start from 1 year. Okay. Very simple thing. Now on the 1 year, start from your left of the screen. Keep this in mind.
Okay.
Start to see and move towards right. What do you see? A direction from
Uptrend.
left bottom to right top. Okay. That means you are moving in a positive direction. Right? So
Right.
first thing you need to do is you need to draw a channel called regression channel. It's by default available. Go to the lowest point on the left, place it there and drag it to the right. It will automatically draw there. Now click extend to the right, leave it to the eternity. Until your price is between these two horizons, the red on the top and the green on the bottom, you will let it continue. It will run for years, maybe a couple of years, maybe a decade. It will not change.
Okay.
Unless you are in this range. Okay. Now, we are going to pick extensions. I'll explain you why. We saw the screen moving from left to right. The price was moving up. It means it needs to find resistances while moving up. We are not looking for a bounce. What people make mistake is they'll see, oh, there's a 110 and now it came down. I should create a retracement. And when they create retracement, they will create multiple Fibonacci areas. Here, but that doesn't give you a clear picture. So
Okay.
what you need to do is when your trend is going up, always create extension. When your trend is going down, always create retracements.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in this, where to put the extension and where to put the retracement. Now, this is the regression channel. Look at the last area where you find the support. This is the area, not here, not here. This is the last one. So I'll,
What about, okay, yeah, sure. What about the first one? Is that not a support because it is doing little uptrend?
when you will do back testing, you will understand why I did that.
Okay.
That's your homework. So take it to the top, bring it down to the bottom, and let's see if these prices provided some level of resistance or not. 96.50, right there it was 96.50. It's a rejection from 23.6 Fibonacci. I did not knew it's going to happen. 100.
Right.
At around 100.9, there was a multiple tries of breaking out. It failed. So you need to back test. Now let me remove it and let me keep it. Let me draw it from here. I'll go right up here and then right at this bottom. This is my second one. I'll remove this first one. Remove drawing. Shit. Now this is my first one. Now here you will see exactly at 92, it found the support,
Right.
which is 23.6 Fibonacci. But from 92 to 99, there is a massive $7 gap. Can I trade TSM with $7 gap? The answer is no. If I drew this at this moment, around like April, okay, it would have worked out properly. It started from here, went to 110, which is 61.8, and then failed. Came to 38, tried to hold it there, failed, came to 23. Again, these are magical numbers. When you fail from 61, you will come at 38, you will try to break down. If you do, you will go to 23. If you're not, you're going to come back to 50. It's very simple Elliott wave analysis. You're going to take a lot of time to remember all this, but try back testing everything.
Sure.
That's how you create these levels, because these are based on mathematical equations. So these levels are much more perfect.
So, and this is extension, right? And
This
for
is extension, yes.
and for retracement, how do we do it?
Same thing, you draw from top to bottom, but then your trend should be down.
Okay. Got it.
In extension, you're anticipating an extended move on the higher side. On retracement, you're anticipating a bounce towards the price where it started to fell from.
Okay.
All right.
This is very, very helpful. Thank you so much.
No problems. So first thing, I think some people are interesting. I'll take 2 more minutes and then I'm like signing off. So this is a very simple scanner. Open price is equal to low, open price is equal to high. You can set the scanner. It's going to take 1 minute in your Think or Sim. Run this at around 9:45 a.m. ET onto your watch list or any watch list you prefer. If you see the price of equity where open price equal to the low price at 9:45, you need to buy long. If you see SPX open equal to low, never buy puts on that day. Never. If you see SPX open equal to high, never buy calls on this day. You can test this. So whenever you see open equal to low, you need to buy calls. Whenever you see open equal to high, you need to buy puts. Very simple. You don't need any logic behind this. Try this and you will find the magic of it. The magic of price. All right, guys. Nilesh bhai, come on.
Good evening, Neville bhai. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, I just had a quick question. Today, when I look at dark pool for NVIDIA, I noticed that there was a massive volume of about 1.3 million shares that traded at 487.84. And I'm just trying to figure out, do you think that is setting up as either as a support or as a resistance, depending on where it's going to open up tomorrow?
It's not a massive one.
Basically post earnings it is, because after earnings it hasn't gone up above 1.3 million.
One thing you need to know is that it closed on the highest price ever.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether somebody will buy at this price or somebody is closing it. So we need to see, because after hours, there's no options for corresponding action. So I don't know whether somebody is actually booking the profit or not.
Oh, okay.
So tomorrow, if 487 acts as a resistance, then we should be looking at puts. If it holds, we should be looking at 520.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. If it opens above this, then probably 500 to 520 is in play. So
Yes.
okay.
Devendra, you can create this. It's very simple. You just need to know how to create this on IBKR. It's very simple. And if you don't have a toss, you can ask somebody in the chat to post it. It's easier. All right, guys. Thank you for joining in. It's already 1 hour, 15 minutes. If you like, please share within your community and try to be as interactive as you can. I am giving every night 1 hour, more than 1 hour to everyone here. So please be prepared, bring your charts, discuss, be interactive. Only then you're going to make money. If you're coming here to just watch and don't learn, it's not going to help. All right. Thank you for joining in. Good night. Bye-bye.